Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Back. Steve Rannazzisi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Rannazzisi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Rannazzisi.
Also known as Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What's the Odds? Steve Rannazzisi here, joined by Brenton and Lucas. And as we just said, it's Christmas Day. It's like a Christmas holiday where we get to open up all our new NFL presents and see which gifts we got and who got what and who fucked up and who didn't fuck up. So, and of course, Brenton, before Lucas got on, we started the podcast, was already getting me going because Brenton has the whole thing mapped out in his mind, how it's going to go. We were talking about how the Jags now have, sort of made a little bit of news because they signed Robinson to a long-term deal. And so now they probably don't need a fucking offensive lineman. They go defensive person, the first three picks to be defensive players. So, and then Brenton says, you're going to go big man, wide receiver, because you are an idiot. And I go, I don't want to hear about it because look, here's the deal.
More wide receivers in New York.
I'll tell you right now, I don't get me started, okay? For the first time in a long time, years, maybe 6, 7, 8 years, I feel like I know less than the people that are going to be doing the draft, okay? I mean, I'll remember doing this in Cabo when you said Daniel Jones, and I lost my fucking mind. Now, I'm not saying Daniel Jones is a bust, complete bust, but Daniel Jones, if he was like Herbert, we would have seen a flash of brilliance. A flash. Name me one play that he has made in the last 4 years, 3.5 years, that you can claim a brilliant offensive play besides the time that he fucking ran and fell on his ass.
That was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's it. So what I'm saying is, even with the disastrous situation we have been under, you would have seen a flash of brilliance. There is no brilliance.
They clocked him at like 23 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He was
and
moving.
what happened after, dude?
I mean, what's the definition of flash? That's it.
If that happened at the combine, why didn't that happen at the combine?
Yeah, he would have gone first
If that
overall.
happened at the combine, we would probably have Herbert right now. He would have gone fucking a defensive player or an offensive lineman, drafted Herbert the year after, and that would have been that. But look, here's the deal. I feel like for the first time in years, I know and I understand less than what Brian Daboll and Joe Shine, however the fuck you say his name. I don't even know how to say his name, and I like that. Okay? I know less than them. They have a plan. Hence why I'm wearing giant blue, but also a Buffalo Bills hat on, because I am representing the old Bills, AKA the new Giants. And I will hold on to that until we start to win. Once we start to win, then they are Giants. If we start to lose, you take your fucking Buffalo trash back. We don't want it anymore. And there's not a lot of time I'm going to give these guys. So I'm excited. I don't, but again, I have expectations. I want to hear the name I keep ringing over my head is Evan Neal. Evan Neal sounds like he is going to, I could see him in the ring at Giant Stadium, like his number retired, 70, whatever, big Evan Neal came in, turned the Giants around, locked up the fucking left side. Look, Andrew Thomas played pretty well last year. So we get a big offensive lineman and a real big defensive person that's going to rush the passer. And those are the only two acceptable names in the first round. And if we can, in a best case scenario, we package up a little bit, we get up back into the end of the first round, and we go get that Iowa fucking lineman. What's the kid's name? Linderbaum. I want that guy too. I want Neal. I want Linderbaum.
You're going to get Neal. I got good news for you. You're getting Neal. But then you're going to get a pick that you're going to be very angry about.
So break it down for me right now. You tell me how you think it's going to go down, Brendan.
So I think right now, Jaguars are going to take Walker. Lions are going to take
Why?
Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Explain that one to me. What I'm hearing Walker.
He had a
as if,
good,
like, this
he
guy
had a
was in
good combine,
mid-20s.
and what all the experts are saying is this dude has a higher ceiling than Hutchinson. Hutchinson's a safe pick, and he's going to be a great player, but Walker has the potential to be a Sam Darnold, or an Aaron Donald, not a Sam Darnold, an Aaron Donald. So, you have a little bit more risk, but if you're willing to take that chance, you might end up with a guy who's in the Hall of Fame in 10 years. So I think the Jaguars are going to go Walker. They want to make a splash. Hutchinson will stay in Michigan. I think the Texans will go offensive tackle. They'll take Ekwonu, and then the Jets will go with Sauce Gardner. The Giants will get Evan Neal. The Panthers, I don't really know, because I listened to their front office talking yesterday about their quarterback situation.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Are they going to trade with the Browns?
I think they're going to trade down so they can because they can't take a quarterback at 6. So I think they're going to trade down.
I just don't want anyone going, because I know the Browns need a defensive tackle, and I don't want anyone taking a defensive. That obviously Hutchinson won't be there. But it's like I'd rather have the next tier defensive tackle after the defensive line. What
you should do is you should draft Thibodeau, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna get all excited because you got Evan Neal, and you're gonna start thinking about that offense, and DeBole's gonna do more toys for me, and he's gonna go, fuck it, Garrett Wilson.
No, dude.
Garrett Wilson, give him the card. And all the Giants fans are gonna go,
None of the wide receivers to me scream fucking, Jamar Chase. None of them do.
No, but that's what you're going to do. I'm sorry. That's what you're going to do. That's just the way it's written. Then the Falcons, they're going to panic. They need a wide receiver. So they're going to go Jameson Williams. And then the Jets will probably trade up with Seattle so they can get a wide receiver, because that's unless they actually get Deebo Samuel. I'm hearing that they've offered a lot of picks, but I don't know. What's your opinion on that? Would you give up 6 picks to get Deebo Samuel, or would you just keep those 6 picks and go, hey, let's get Drake London or somebody, from this class, Olave, and see what happens?
I wouldn't give up 6 picks, but I would definitely give up a first round and a second round.
I think the 49ers want more than that.
I mean, look, the guy is, when he touches the ball, he is probably one of the most explosive players. Him and Tyreek Hill, probably the most explosive players after they get their hands on the ball, but he is bigger bodied. You can do more with him than Tyreek Hill. So I think, I don't know what financially he'll probably get the same as those guys got. But now compensation wise, what you have to give up to get him. I mean, if I'm the Jets, I certainly don't want to give up 6 picks or even anything close to that. I mean, you get a first round and a second round, and that should be 2 second rounds maybe, and that should be good enough. 6 picks is the farm, dude. Now you need someone there, I think, to have. You need a playmaker. The Jets need a playmaker. They got to give. They have to give Wilson what the Giants never gave. Well, I mean, the Giants they did their best to give playmakers but they never gave anyone close to Deebo Samuel. Daniel Jones never got to throw the ball to, Odell Beckham. And so you never had anything close to that. And Saquon Barkley's coming out of the backfield. So they never had anyone as explosive as Deebo Samuel in the position that he plays. So the Jets could do one better than the Giants and give them someone like that. Now,
I think
6 picks
also,
is a lot, dude, but
sorry to cut you off, but I've seen several tweets, and one was a bunch of picks. Another was a few less picks, but the Jets would also give up Elijah Moore, who the 49ers wanted last year, and the Jets got him. So they'd have to give up a first, a couple of seconds, and Elijah Moore.
Oh.
So San Francisco might be asking for too much, and it may not go through, and the Jets will just take their chance and draft a couple of wide receivers because they have good picks that they could get 2 solid guys. This is a long shot, but I'm also hearing rumors. They're not a front runner, but Buffalo could land him with their first round pick, a second round pick next year, and Poyer, since it doesn't look like we're going to re-sign Poyer.
Bro, you are in a Buffalo K-hole because there's no way in hell that Deebo Samuels is going
We
to
have the
Buffalo.
cap space that we could sign him.
No,
and
I don't care
spread it
about your
out.
cap space.
I know, but just imagine
Yeah,
who would stop that offense.
nobody. But here's the point. It's never going to happen. So this ain't
Crazier
fucking
things have
Madden.
happened. Maybe he'll go, you know what? I'll take a little bit less to go to Buffalo.
Are you
I
out of here?
wanna-
No one's
I
ever
wanna
said
win
that
a-
in their lives.
Yeah, not before Josh Allen was drafted, nobody did, but it's literally happening right now. I'll go to
It's
a
a pipe
super
dream.
team and win a Super Bowl.
He's the only team in New York he could be traded to is the Jets.
Well, there's
Let's
only
get
one
that through
team
your
in New
head.
York.
Here's the deal, dude. He's going to go to the Jets, and if he doesn't go to the Jets, somehow or another, the Packers are going to fucking woo him into. If he's going to play in cold weather in a small city, it's going to be Green Bay. It ain't going to be Buffalo.
Well, he did tweet last night that no one knows what's going on but the few people in the room, which also might suggest that he's going to end up just staying in San Francisco and taking a deal, and he's kind of backing off
By the
on
way,
I'm not taking a contract, and he'll say,
here's the
let's
deal.
go, fans. We did it, fans. I'm staying.
San Francisco, they don't want to trade him. No, why would nobody wants to trade him? It's basically it's his decision. Like if I'm San Francisco, it's like this guy, I'm gonna go sit down with him and figure out like what would make you happy. Is it money? Is it personal? Like what's gonna make you happy? Or do you just not want to play here? Like you might not want to play here. Do you not want to play with Trey Lance? Do you not want to like is it San Francisco?
I wouldn't want to play with Trey Lance.
So, but they still have Jimmy G. They haven't even traded him yet. So it's, I don't know. You know, I'm just saying it's like, what if he cannot be made happy? Well, then you've got to get rid of him. You don't want to have this fucking argument in July when he won't come to camp. How much, the value after today only goes down. After today, it's its highest value.
Well,
You are not going to unload him and get what you can get now in July. It's not going to happen.
I guess I would compare it to like Netflix stock or something that's
Yeah.
But here's what I don't know if you remember Sam Bradford when he played for Philly it was probably 4 years ago. Minnesota with Teddy Bridgewater tore his ACL in training camp, like 2 weeks before the season. And the Vikings were desperate. So they had to give up a first round pick for fucking Sam Bradford. So I think that's what the 49ers should do is just hold on to him because if someone gets hurt, then they got to overpay.
Well, the other scenario that could happen is Debo's from North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever he's from. They need a quarterback. So there could be a situation where it's like, give us Debo and Jimmy and we'll give you a shitload of picks.
And the problem with that is that there's only a certain amount of teams he would want to go to. He's not going to want to go to a lot of teams, like saying, so it can't just be any team that's quarterback or that needs a wide receiver badly. Like he really only wants to go to a handful of teams.
But he said he wants to play closer to home, and that's where he's from.
Home, yeah. So it's not like if Seattle, if DK Metcalf gets hurt and Seattle wants he's not going up there.
Yeah.
So you lose, your leverage as far as if he's not going to sign. If I'm Seattle, I'm not giving up a first-round draft pick for a guy who's not going to sign a long-term deal with me.
Yeah.
This isn't baseball.
I don't think Jimmy G's value is as high as Baker Mayfield's, though. So I think Cleveland would be who people would call before they would call San Francisco if someone got hurt.
I don't think he's going to get traded. I do think they'll figure out something, in the line of, of extension or something, and put everything to. Or I really believe that if he goes, it's going to be to the Packers. If I'm Deebo Samuel and I got to go somewhere where my team can be happy with getting some first round draft picks or whatever, I know that they're going to pay me and I know I get to play with Aaron Rodgers for the next 3 years. I'm cool with that.
Well, what's
You
the
know?
latest on the Darren Waller to the Packers rumors?
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, they're just rumors. Because like I don't know if you saw it.
Derek Carr
Suppose-
replied, "It's
Yeah.
not going to happen."
Yeah,
But Derek Carr isn't in the front office. He doesn't make those decisions. I'm sure they
Why would
consult
they-
him, but
Is it for financial reasons they'd have to get rid of Waller, or is it?
yeah, I don't
Because,
think
I mean, that-
Waller's probably one of the best values in football right now because of his troubled past that he wasn't signed to a massive contract. So yeah, they're getting him. I mean, what's he making a year right now? It's probably less than 10 million, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the second most productive tight end in football.
Who do you think is the biggest surprise tonight?
I
Is there a
really
person
think Carolina's going to trade down with somebody that we're not expecting to move up to 6.
Wait, I'm confused. So you're saying Carolina's going to trade down?
Carolina's going to trade out of that spot because they need a quarterback. So they'll trade
Yeah.
down so they can take a quarterback in the 20s.
If I needed a quarterback in this draft, though, this really reminds me of the Daniel Jones draft, Steve.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like what? Yeah,
Someone's going to out go crazy and do something stupid to go get a quarterback that, could be good, but it could be just middle of the, there's no one out there that I'm like, dying to get my hands on quarterback wise. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
somebody will spend too much to get too little,
yeah.
like the Giants fucking did.
Well, here's the good news, Steve. The Super Bowl
What?
winning Buffalo Bills will probably not land Debo. That's a pipe dream, but we will get Brees Hall, running back out of
I
Iowa
hope
State.
so.
And that offense will be unstoppable.
For a running back to go first round like that too. I mean, he's compared to Matt Forte a lot. I watched a lot of his games. He's very good.
Is running back first round. I mean, people, it's I think since the Giants, everyone's sort of soured on that idea.
Oh, this is pick 25. It's not pick, what was that, 1 or 2?
Too.
It was
I think
pick 2?
What was it? Last year, Pittsburgh picked what's his name in
Yeah,
the 20s, right?
20s.
Yeah.
The Alabama guy.
And
Harris.
he was worth it. I mean, his
he's their running back.
production was good because they just used him so much. His yards per carry were shit.
It's so funny too, because when I was a kid, it was regular. Like running backs would usually go top 5. Jerome Bettis, Marshall Falk, John Carter. Like there's times that running backs went number 1.
Willis McGahee, right? Didn't he go?
He was like 21, but he would have been top 3 had he not fucked up his knee.
Shattered his fucking knee. Yeah.
It's those second contracts that you don't want to pay because they know that you have more data and you just know running backs are the first position that really just falls off after 4 years.
Yeah. Where was Adrian Peterson drafted?
He was number 7.
Had to be. Yeah.
And Marshawn Lynch was number 12 that year.
Damn.
Which you get that draft is stacked. You ever look at that one?
What year is that?
07.
07.
You had like 3 or 4 Hall of Famers in the top 5. You had Calvin Johnson, Joe Thomas, AP, and then fucking Jamarcus Russell went first. The Raiders had their choice of.
He could
Yeah,
throw
at
a
least
football.
at least
60
you're not the
yards out of
Raiders,
gas.
Steve.
Dude, please, if we fuck this up this year, we are the Raiders. We're the new Raiders. We're Raiders 2.0.
Well, who
We're,
has the most picks that they could fuck this up the most? Is it you guys?
The Jets.
Do you consider? So you think the Jets have the most to lose?
It's us
'Cause
and
they
the
have,
Jets
what,
got
3
4 picks and 4 picks in the top 38. Like they have 2 in the top 10, 1 at like 18, and 1 at like 35. So it's crazy. They could fuck this up, or they could trade. That's what I'm saying. Like if San Francisco wants all 4 of those picks for Deebo Samuel, and I got to give them $200 million. Damn, dude.
That's a Jets move.
But
And Elijah Moore. San Francisco really wants
Yeah.
Elijah Moore.
I'll give you one in the first round and 1 in the second round. And if you fight me hard enough, you can have both second rounds and a first round, and Elijah Moore. Rob Moore, you're dead. And I want Debo Samuel because they need. I mean, that would be acceptable. But you want all 4 of those picks, dude. This is the Jets' year. I mean, that would be. I don't know. If I'm a Jet, I'm not a Jets fan, but I'm thinking if that would be like great. That would be the whole farm, and you can't complain because he is the guy that everybody wants. But damn, that's a lot. If that's what they want, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, I think he's going to end up staying put. I just think it's good. They're going to want too much, and no one's going to want to give up that much. And even though everybody wants him and they should want him, they're all going to get cold feet. They're going to look at the draft board and go, "No, we can just fill the holes like this."
They have a defensive-minded coach. I don't know how you sell Robert Saleh on giving up fucking 4, 6, whatever picks for one offensive player when he's got other problems he's got to fucking fix, especially
and losing a guy who has shown that he can play on the offensive side. Elijah Moore is a good player. He's got speed. He's got good hands.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of like anyone. Yeah. Who do you think's the first quarterback taken?
Malik Willis. If it's
Where do you
Kenny
think he goes?
Pickett, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I think it's Kenny Pickett.
He's not good.
I think if Pittsburgh is ahead of
The Saints.
Carolina, when Carolina trades down, if Pittsburgh's ahead of them, I think they take Kenny Pickett.
My only argument, Brenton, against Carolina trading down is they have one of those hedge fund owners, and those guys just take chances. Like I could see Carolina taking Willis top 10. If there's a team that does it, it'd probably be them. Even though he shouldn't.
He should.
But aren't those hedge fund guys numbers guys where you go like, I can get Malik Willis at 17, and if I trade to anyone down to anyone to 15 or hot or below, like 15 to 7, then I can get more value and still get my pick, right?
I mean, we'll see. But I look at like guys like the Mets owner Steve Cohen, who just throws money at shit without even considering, I don't think, like value.
He's got a ton of money though, dude. He's got more money than a lot of. He's got.
Well, I think they take Kenny Pickett because he's safer. He's not going to be a project. He's not as boom or bust, and it's because like Carolina, they were talking about Darnold, and they're saying like we evaluated him and we believe he has the skills, and we just didn't give him the right stuff to work with, and I think they're going to stick with him. So they're going to take a guy that they know can just step right into that role if he gets hurt. Or
what happens to Baker Mayfield then?
He's filming commercials.
Baker Mayfield it up.
I think Lucas is right. I just think you're wrong about the team. I think if someone gets hurt, first team that they're going to call is Cleveland, because he's obviously a little more exciting than Jimmy Garoppolo is. Garoppolo is like a body that you put in, and he's not going to make mistakes, but he's not going to do anything flashy. Baker Mayfield can win football games. And he's more of a leader, I think, than Jimmy G is. And he gets the fans a little more excited.
So he doesn't get it. I mean, all right, I'm trying to think of like, how does he get a chance to prove, because he's not going in. There's absolutely no quarterback battle going on in Cleveland. So does he get enough snaps to show anyone that like, or does it already like he's shown enough, I guess, in his career? I
guess it depends too on if Watson is suspended, which he likely could be. And then does Baker Mayfield start the first 8 games of the season? And that's where he can prove himself.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. I mean, that's a win-win for everyone.
Because they didn't trade him. They're still holding him. So they go, hey man, go win these games and we'll send you somewhere where they want you.
Doesn't he have a huge, I mean, don't they have to pay him like a huge hit? Like, what wouldn't it be like? You're paying like probably close to $50 million in quarterbacks then, right? I don't even know if anyone.
That's Cleveland being Cleveland. They have like 6 quarterbacks on the roster right now.
What are their needs? They need defensive players, don't they? Or their defense is pretty good.
Their
I don't even know what Cleveland needs.
It's pretty good. They got Amari Cooper, so they kind of filled that wide receiver.
A wide receiver,
void. But
yeah.
I mean, they lost 2 and gained 1. They lost a tight end, but they still have Njoku, who they just haven't figured out how to use yet. They have probably the best backfield tandem in the league They have
No.
one of the best offensive lines. So I don't know. I guess maybe they just get some depth on either side of the line, offense, defense. Maybe they get a linebacker. But otherwise, they're pretty solid. They just they needed a quarterback. They literally had a team that could win a Super Bowl. They don't have a pick in the first round, but they have a quarterback now who does have the potential to take them to the Super Bowl.
Let's circle back for a second because for some reason I have a nightmare now. Now you've put a nightmare into my head. Let's just say the Giants took Evan Neal and then Carolina trades down. Someone comes up to take a quarterback, right?
Mhm.
Now the Giants pick again. That means
Did you almost just throw up?
Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, every wide receiver is still on the board. They
Yeah.
can have their pick.
That's what I'm saying. You're going wide receiver.
I know, but I don't want. No, we're not going wide receiver. But if for some reason we happen to decide to do that, who is the best of these wide receivers? Who should I be rooting for?
No idea.
I would say
All I
one,
hear
of
is
the, one, of
Drake
the
London.
one of the Ohio State guys.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, maybe.
I think it's Garrett Wilson, but one of the Ohio State guys is who I would say because
Yeah.
they already play in cold weather. They're both
I'm
proven.
not
They're going to be
spending
solid contributors.
the seventh pick in the draft, and the next draft selection is one of the Ohio State guys.
Hey, Drake London scares me. I don't like Pac-12. I don't like the USC receivers. They've had quite a few busts.
Keyshawn Johnson, bust.
The guy, what's his name with the Colts? He's going to have a breakout year this year. The big dude, Pittman
Yeah,
Jr.
Pittman's good. But I just look back like Mike Williams, Dwayne Jarrett. They've had.
Mike Williams, the Chargers. Mike Williams.
No, this was a Mike Williams from the previous Mike Williams.
Okay,
The Lions took in the top 10 back in like 06 or 05.
that was a great run of Lions teams, just drafting a wide receiver with the first pick.
He was one of the
every
four.
year.
He was one of the four.
That was my favorite.
I don't want to draft a wide receiver, guys. I
Yeah,
don't
but
wanna
you're
tell the
gonna have
Giants.
to. You're gonna have to.
Why do we have to? Why
I-
can't we just stick to the plan?
I spoke to Dable this morning, and he wants to beef up his offense.
No, we can't have it. We can't, dude. We can't. We can't have another fucking head case wide receiver first round pick on our fucking hands. We fucked it up. We've always fucked it up.
Well, the Lions
always
guy
fuck it
didn't
up.
pan out. He sucks. And then the guy you drafted last year, he's amazing, but he can't stay healthy.
He never played, dude.
When he touched the ball those 3 times, it was 3 of the most exciting plays of your entire season. But the guy can't
Looney?
stay healthy. Yeah, can't stay
Fuck
healthy.
Looney. Dude, I'm telling you right now, we're not getting a wide receiver.
Someone has to catch the ball. You can't
we
just
can't
run
do this
Saquon
again.
500 times.
I see that Looney could be
Kenny
traded
Galladay
too.
will catch the ball. Get rid. Oh, of course. Our first round draft pick from last year. What are we gonna get for this fucking guy who can't stay on the field?
He's good when he's on it.
We'll take him.
You can
Give
have
us
him.
give us your 7th pick. We'll give you Poyer, and you give us Looney.
We'll take Josh Allen.
It's a fair trade.
Yeah.
Swap it out. Even swap. You know what? I'll take Josh Allen on his bye weeks. Just come and you can have Looney.
Or is
Come
this
play 2 games for us.
Is this the first season there's going to be 2 bye weeks?
I think so. It's like 85 weeks, right? Don't you get 2 weeks off?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think the Bills are going to have to play on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Wait,
oh,
why do you
really?
say
Why?
that?
Both Sundays?
Christmas falls on
Christmas Sunday.
Christmas falls on a Sunday this year. And
All right.
so the NFL is going to have, I think, 3 games that they're going to showcase Christmas Day. And then they'll play the others, I think, on Saturday.
And Amazon's trying to get a Black Friday game too, which I think is cool.
Why not?
Really?
Yeah.
When are they going to play it? As soon as the turkey's done on Thanksgiving, like midnight on Christmas on Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm look, well, first of all, Vegas. This should be exciting.
Oh, it's gonna be
I
a
think
shit show. It's gonna be great. Did you see
gonna-
the prototype of what they wanted to do, but COVID fucked it up? Like it's
Wait, didn't they
supposed to
want
be
to
in
be in
Vegas.
the ponds or something in the
Yeah.
Bellagio?
Yeah, with like a boat delivering the stage is in the middle of like the Bellagio fountain, and a boat would
Yeah.
take the prospect to Goodell.
A gondola ride, perfect,
Uh-huh.
over to Goodell.
I mean, the prototype looked great. They go all out. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, they had it in Nashville. And Nashville is
Yeah.
the bachelorette capital party of the world, I guess. So the news segments had these pieces about these pissed off bachelorette parties that were mad at the NFL and their fans. They're like, my husband's never watching football ever again. Like, yeah, get out.
How many of those
Fuck
marriages have lasted?
Let's jump to some fights now. Speaking of Las Vegas, popular with the fight scene, the Mets have been hit 19 times by baseballs so far this year. And now I think they're done with they're sick of getting hit. They also have the best record in baseball, if I'm or close to it. They've gotten hit almost double. Well, 11's the next highest, so close to it. And I guess Showalter's done with it. And yesterday they got hit twice. I think Alonso got hit in the head for the second time this year. So apparently, I guess it was enough's enough. They sent their pitcher out, and he pitched up and into Nolan Arenado, who went fucking ballistic. I don't know if you have the video. Let me see if I can share this fucker. Share content. Can you share it or no?
Here, I think I got you.
Bingo. Yeah, so they pitched up and into Nolan Arenado, which really, I honestly, when I looked at it, it really wasn't that bad. Arenado goes crazy, starts to yell at the pitcher, blah, 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 bench is clear. And then it becomes a tough guy. First of all, Arenado steps to the side, makes this big production, this whole fucking thing. And meanwhile, it's like, if you wanted to fucking just charge the mound. Drop the bat and charge the mound. If you're that pissed, drop the bat, charge the mound. If not, get back in the batter's box and let's keep going. Like, what are we doing here? It's this whole I have to wait for fucking 50 people to come out, then act like a tough guy. And now all of a sudden it's like, it's like, give me a break, dude. Just either go charge the mound or shut the fuck up and get in the batter's box. This
Steve,
whole
I have
thing,
it
it's
if you
like,
wanna do screen sharing.
I think I did it. Share content. Share box. No, I want share everything. I want everyone to share. Zoom. Dude, I don't know how to share.
It's all right. It's all right. Where's Emma?
Oh yeah, I know. Where's that?
Everyone,
Where's Emma?
everyone watching, just picture it in your head.
Yeah.
Go look
It's
it up.
glorious.
They
Stop
pitch
being
up and
lazy. We
Arenado
don't have to
was
do
crazy.
everything for you.
Aaron, I can't wait. Aaron's probably defending the shit out of it. Oh my God, you can't throw it at people's head. He didn't mean to throw it at his head. He was throwing it at his shoulder or his back. He didn't even get fucking hit with the pitch. So I'm not a Mets fan, but I completely understand. If my guys are getting beamed every single time they go out, someone's got to throw at somebody else to make.
You said 19 times. They're getting hit more than they've played in games.
Yeah,
It's more than one a game.
They're on
they've only-
pace to get hit like 180 times this year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah, maybe it's the baseballs, maybe it's whatever, but it just seems like it's happening a lot to that. The Pirates haven't been hit once.
No, they're that bad.
Yeah, people feel
Yeah.
bad for them.
So,
You don't go
I
to
don't
the
know if I
playground
stand
and
up.
start hitting children.
I just can't wait till the Mets start to implode, and it'll happen soon, I bet. And the Yankees seem to have right the ship. They're playing better baseball now. They're starting to hit a little bit. Anthony Rizzo's playing great. Joey Gallo sucks dicks. He's getting booed viciously at home. and I love it. I boo the television when he's on because all the guy does is ground out or strike out. It's a fucking bunch of horse shit. The way there's no contact in his swing whatsoever. The point of contact is a split second long, and if the ball's not there, it's fucking game over. So he plays well defensively, but right now he's a liability. The other fight I wanted to get to, and I wish we could fucking share screens because I'd love to look this one up. Little golfer fight for you. Ready for this? Kevin Na, golfer, does this thing where he hits a putt and sometimes he walks it in, like he'll walk towards it before it goes into the hole, and then he picks it up out of the hole. So it's a reporter for the Golf Channel that writes, Kevin Na walking in putts never gets old. To which this other golfer, Grayson Murray, I don't even know, I think he's a PGA Tour card member, but I don't know if he's like out there a lot. He's not one of the lesser known guys, but he writes back, yeah, but watching him line it up for, 5 hours gets old. To which Kevin Na writes, hey, watching you miss cuts never gets old. So it's a little shots fired across the bow, a little Twitter war, blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently this week I think they're in Mexico playing a tournament. They're at the practice range. This guy, Grayson Murray's playing. He's walking, and he hears this guy start shouting at him, and it's Kevin Na. And Kevin Na starts saying, you wouldn't say that. She calls, a lot of pussy and all the shit, and, and this guy, Grayson Murray, goes, look, dude, if you wouldn't do this if we were outside right now. I know why you're doing this, because if I want to drop you right now. And if I do that, I'm going to get suspended, and I don't want that to happen. I can't have that happen. So I'm just telling you right now, I'd kick the shit out of you if I could. And that's what I like to see. Let's take Twitter wars and let's bring them into real life. Okay? If you talk shit on Twitter, especially now this is a perfect time to pitch this because we have a new owner of Twitter. It's Elon Musk. It's a private company now. This guy can do whatever he wants to it. If you talk shit on Twitter now, your shit, if you start a beef with someone, all the information, let's see those fights play out. Let's have them actually play out in real life. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of having people, because Kevin Na doesn't want to fight this guy, I'm sure. I don't know anything about him, but I can tell you right now, Grayson, whatever the guy's name is, Murray, has a lot more to lose than Kevin Na. I'm saying Kevin Na's got a lot more to lose than Grayson Murray. This guy's going to beat the shit out of him. So let's have that happen. I want to see that. You talk shit on Twitter, you're going to have someone show up at your house and get the shit beat out of you. Can we please have this happen? Can we please pitch this to Elon Musk? It's a private company now. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Let's have Twitter backyard boxing matches.
He could even send the self-driving Tesla to pick you up and deliver you to the house that you need to go to.
It's official, right? He bought it. It's over, right?
It's not over.
Yeah.
Not
What
over.
do you mean it's not over?
It's not
They
over.
accepted the bid.
They accepted the bid, but now he may have to back out because of the stock performance. He was going to leverage because he has no cash. Everything is in Tesla stock, and Tesla stock has been tanking.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck is that move? You offer to buy something and all of a sudden I don't have cash.
Yeah. Whoops. Never mind. On the most public platform and the most talked about thing other than maybe the Ukraine war and
It's embarrassing as
the
fuck,
trial.
dude.
Yeah,
He's tweeting like he owns it though.
he is. So he's probably
Yeah.
still going to try to figure it out, but he doesn't have it yet. It's not a sure thing.
So he would have to liquidate a lot of shit. I heard there was a bank that was helping him do that.
Yeah, he's got help. I think the bank is supplying like half the funds. He's got some cash, and then the rest is in Tesla stock. That's why Tesla
he'll
stock
give
has
them
been
like-
going down.
Yeah,
He'll give them
he's
like
got to
20
liquidate that.
Oh, okay. So he's got like $20 billion in cash and maybe $20 billion or $23 billion in Tesla stock.
Mhm.
That's what you get. Give me Twitter.
And I see a
And
bunch
then-
of funny memes about like, he's going to claim he founded Twitter here in a decade, probably, because everybody thinks he founded Tesla. Everybody thinks he founded PayPal, all this shit, when he just kind of jumped on when they were already established companies or were already companies.
Yeah.
He made
Wait a minute.
Tesla. He made Tesla. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Who made Tesla? It
They,
wasn't
they,
him.
they were a company before him.
What?
He bought Tesla. They were they were a EV company that he got on.
There were
After
Teslas
PayPal.
before he made a Tesla?
Yeah, they were a company before he was there.
Really?
Yeah.
What about PayPal? I didn't know. I thought he started
He
PayPal.
he joined in on that. I think it was Peter Thiel though.
Interesting. All right. I mean, look, SpaceX, was that a company or did he start that?
No, he started that.
He started that.
Okay. Well, look, I'm not on Twitter, but maybe I'll get back on it if he lets me. If we can get him to get me my password back, I can.
One of the funniest things I've seen, Steve, is all these conservative people on Twitter I follow. They're like, "Thanks, Elon. Now that you own it, I've gotten like 90,000 more followers."
Yeah.
Like just talking about all these shadow bans that they must have been going through before Elon owned it. They're like,
Really?
"Oh, I mysteriously have 50,000 more followers than I had." I don't know if they're bullshit,
So-
but it's just
They
funny.
are. I followed a couple of comics who posted that, and the page is nothing.
Oh.
You think that like he's already implementing changes amongst the company already or no?
I've heard he wants to go
mean, if it's-
subscription model.
That's
What
not
would
gonna
that be
work.
like? Yeah, what would that be like?
I mean, as a company,
You'd have to $4.99 to be on Twitter.
yeah, or there's like super follows, which I've heard about.
Well, that's already a thing,
Yeah.
and it's probably not doing that well.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think
So
people
they
will
have this
pay.
thing, Steve.
even know what that is.
If you pay like $2.99 a month, it's kind of like a Patreon, but exclusively on Twitter, where you can see additional tweets from people.
I don't want to see anyone's normal.
Exactly.
tweets. No-
Yeah. So, but if they start charging, I mean, that's what Zuckerberg wants. Please, Twitter, charge people per month to be on your platform, and they'll all come crawling back to the metaverse.
Can you monetize? I mean, I assume you can monetize Twitter yourself. Like, are there people that are like, I have to be on Twitter because that's how I make the majority of my money?
You can't directly yet. Twitter obviously throws ads everywhere, so they're monetizing. But
Yeah, but I mean,
you
like,
know, it's the
you know,
most
Instagram, you
influential
could be like,
platform.
This is a
More
paid
people are on
advertisement.
Twitter across the world than anything else, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lucas, but I think Twitter is the most influential social media platform worldwide.
Really.
And so obviously you want to be on there because you
now.
can reach the most people.
So,
I mean, Facebook
Um,
may have more users, but people aren't going to Facebook for news. Like Twitter is where people go for their news, more so than any other platform.
well, Facebook reported their quarterly results yesterday. They went up 20%. So after that nosedive, because I mean, it couldn't get much worse for them.
Yeah.
When is fucking Netflix going to go up 20%?
When they
Dude,
stop buying every special and
Yeah.
film and script, and let's put on a festival in Los Angeles, but we're not going to just do the big names that are attached to us. We're going to do everybody at every venue.
Yeah, what is going on, dude?
You should be in LA
How are
right
you
now. It's a
having a
mess.
festival? Yes, you should be embarrassed.
We're going to spend $3 billion on a festival, and we're not taking any of the money. It's just to get our name out there. In case people
How are you
haven't heard,
laying off
they bought
employees?
every single billboard on Sunset. You know how much money that is? They bought every single billboard.
Why do I ever feel like there's going to be a fucking WeWorks style documentary in 5 years about Netflix, and they're going to have me on being like, you know what, I never saw it coming.
I was the Netflix whale. I could have sold.
Yeah. They're
October
wasting your
29th.
money, Steve.
October 29th, 2021. It was worth like $698 a share, maybe $700 a share.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to talk about crazy. I want to pull this up just so I get the date right. But there is a crypto that I just completely slept on called ApeCoin. And it's a
What?
bullshit. It's a bullshit crypto.
Ape?
It's like attached. Do you remember those NFTs where it was like
First of all, no.
it was like the but it was like the apes with like the cigarettes in their mouth, like
Mhm.
different apes, and they were selling those as NFTs. So they made this Ethereum based coin to kind of to mirror. But this coin, so in March, let's see, March 15th of this year,
The fuck?
just over a month ago, it was at 0.005. Today, right now, and it's still going up, it's at $22.27. So if you put in $1,000 a month ago, you would have roughly 5 million or more. You'd have like 6 or 7, like an insane amount of the growth of it. Holy shit.
And now because you said that, it'll probably crash to the fucking ground.
Well, good. Good. I hope it does. Doge to the moon.
How do we know what, again, first of all, what is an NFT?
I think you
How do we-
literally you just gotta go on one of these crypto platforms and just go, I'm gonna put $1,000 on everything and then let's see what happens.
Yeah, like a hedge fund. Like
One of
Steve
these is
Cohen
bound
does,
to
right?
take off. Yeah, one of them's bound to take off. The
Um,
rest of them, you'll lose your $1,000.
How do we do it? Can we do an NFT? Can we do like an NFT for this podcast? Can we sell
could,
an
yeah.
NFT?
We could.
What would
Will someone want to
how
buy
would we
it?
go
I don't
about
know.
doing that? Yeah, well, what is
there's-
it? What do we have to do
there's-
to make it?
So I know an artist who can make us one, and I know
Oh,
a
so it-
platform that
okay.
could sell it for us.
And what would that require them making? Like what they would have to digitally make something of what? Us?
Yeah.
And then somebody would buy that and they would own that piece of thing that they never get to pick up. It's digital. It's like a picture, right?
Yeah, it's you have a digital card. Like I got the store was giving out those NFTs at the 50th. Did you get yours, Lucas?
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah, it's
this.
fun. You
I
just
threw mine
go
away.
you just go on the app and then you look at it and it's like this little golden ticket and then it just kind of spins around and it makes you feel good and that's it.
Got it. All right. Interesting. And people will buy that.
Mhm.
Well,
Speaking of the
I don't know
store,
if I'm in that
yeah,
world. I don't know if I want to be a part of that world.
you don't.
I don't even know I don't know. No.
You've aged out of commerce, Steve.
Yeah, I might have. I really might have.
This is the new world. It's all digital.
I have cash.
Your cash is
Does that work
worthless.
anymore?
Inflation.
It is.
Your cash is gone.
Look, here's the deal. The only thing that matters today is goddamn Evan Neal and
You're gonna get Evan Neal.
Thibodeau.
No,
we're
you're not
gonna
gonna
get
get Thibodeau. You're
Come
not gonna get
on!
Thibodeau. No, I can't give you that.
Thibodeau!
You can have one. You can't have both.
What if we did go? Okay, what if we did go a defensive player? Who's the best one there then? Assuming the rest of your shit draft goes the way it goes.
Sauce
Well,
Gardner.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner.
I like that name.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
like
a great
that
name to
a
put
lot.
on a jersey.
Mm-hmm. Saucy.
Or I mean, you don't really need a cornerback, do you?
I've heard that Bradbury's
Safety
on the
more.
trade block.
Because you could
Yeah.
get Stingley. You could get Stingley Jr.
Stingley Jr.
Or,
looks good
you know,
too.
if someone takes
I'd rather
Thibodeau
have-
earlier and you don't go wide receiver, maybe you go get Jermaine Johnson.
I would much rather have a defensive pass rusher than a secondary player, but you know, I don't. Giants. I just came in. Someone just texted me. Giants will not pick up Daniel Jones's 5th-year option.
Wow.
Sources confirm.
Ooh, wow.
That's just breaking right now. Someone just sent me an Athletic article
Yeah.
via text
read the
message that
same
just
thing.
popped up. So
So you might go quarterback with that.
dude,
Fuck
that
Evan Neal.
only-
Let's go
the
quarterback.
by the way, the only reason that's coming out today is because
If Shones learned anything from Big Baller Bean, it's you got to make a splash. So they're going to go quarterback, wide receiver.
I'll tell you right now, I'll lose my mind if we go quarterback.
Would you still be a Giants fan after the draft if they go
Not if the
quarterback,
Jet-
wide receiver?
If the Jets take the 2 picks that they should, then it's JETS, Jets for the rest of my life. I'll bleed green for the rest of my life. If the Giants take Pickett, Plunkett, whatever the fucking Pittsburgh kid's name, at 6 or 7, the second pick, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I can't have this anymore. But I don't think it's going to happen. Again, I go back to my original statement. I feel like we have moved in the right direction. I feel like I haven't seen Joe Shine, whatever the fuck his name is, out there talking about this or that. He's just at home doing work. That's what I like to see. Quiet on the home front.
It's what Beam taught him.
I hope it all works out, dude. I really, really do. Are you going to be watching it live or do you have shit to do?
Watching it live.
Yeah.
Lucas, I know
I
you're
have.
watching it live.
Yeah.
It starts at 8, right?
For you, yes.
Starts at 5.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But tomorrow starts like way earlier, I'm pretty sure. I think like day
Yeah.
2 starts at like 2 or 3 p.m.
I have
They're
a
only
wedding.
doing the first round today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, first round today, and then 2 and 3 tomorrow, and then the rest on Saturday. But I have a
Right.
wedding tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to watch.
Who gets married during the draft?
Omar
Unbelievable.
Nava.
Oh,
Selfish cunts.
Yeah.
seriously. I would be watching on
I-
my cell phone like a
Yeah, I
degenerate.
mean, I'm probably going to have a very small earpiece in, and I will be listening.
How many trades are there in the first round?
8.
3.
8?
If you're counting just like moving up 2 spots, yeah, there's gonna be
Really?
there's gonna be commotion.
It's going to be 3 trades.
Wow. I think it was like 2 or 3,
be
maybe
3
I
trades,
thought was
Steve.
a
All
lot.
right, I'll revise it to
8.
6, but there's gonna be more than you think.
Wow, really?
There always is, and there's gonna be a player traded that you didn't think. Maybe a Christian McCaffrey. We'll see, but
Maybe Baker Mayfield.
yeah,
Maybe today's the day.
there's gonna be a surprise. There's gonna be a bong mask
I mean, he
picture that
needs-
comes out.
Oh no! Come
He
on.
needs to be
Hey.
traded so he can keep getting commercials. He needs to go to a new market and get more commercials.
Where would
He
he?
doesn't
where's
care
the
about
only-
playing football. He just wants commercials.
Who
Go to
needs a quarterback?
Seattle, get commercials. Seattle could use one.
Seattle, you're not gonna get commercials. Russell Wilson
Yeah,
didn't get
Russell
commercials, and he
Wilson.
was in
Yeah,
fucking
he did.
Seattle.
Sure, he had a few.
Very few, dude. If Russell Wilson played for the Jets, he would be a household name beyond what he is right now. Really, I don't know where he would go that he would get more commercials. I mean, he's done the most he could possibly do. in
I mean,
fucking
you honestly,
Cleveland.
Cleveland's not a big market, and no one gives a fuck about. Like, if we were to go,
progressive
what
field.
is the one NFL team we could all get rid of? Cleveland would be on most people's lists, and that's not a knock to the fans. It's just the reality. No one cares about Cleveland. They're
Not cool.
literally the Browns.
Not fucking.
They're
cool,
the
bro.
Browns, Steve.
I don't think there's going to be nearly as many trades as Lucas does. I think it's going to be like 2 or 3. I think
think it's
people are
3.
afraid.
There's gonna be 6. 8 was an overshoot, but there,
my god!
I'm taking the
let's see
under.
What happens?
especially at the end of the
And-
first, by the way, because I don't know if you've noticed, but ever since they changed the rookie wage scale, quarterbacks have usually always gone that would go in the second round or going late first. Teams are trading up, like Jordan Love, even Lamar Jackson, because they want that 5th-year option. So like a Kenny Pickett, if he were to get to 25, even though I don't think he's worth it, he will get drafted in the first round because of that, because they want that extra year of cheap.
I think the Vegas over under on him right now is like pick 30.5.
Wow.
So
I would take 30 or over. That to me is an easy bet.
30 or over? Yeah, I think so too.
I think he's
mean-
going to the Giants at 7.
Dude, don't. I'm gonna get sick.
I've done a lot of research in the last 20 seconds, and I really believe he's going to the Giants with 7. And I'm just putting that out in the universe. I'm letting Schoen and DeBoll think about it. He's going at 7. The kid's he's got an arm. The kid's got talent.
Oh,
Think about how good he's going to look in that giant blue. Him and Daniel Jones warming up next to each other.
and Tyrod Taylor. Don't forget about that. Punctured lung.
Terod's going to be your starting quarterback, and you're going to have Jones and Pickett.
I'll take it. I'll take it at this
And you're
point.
going to have 14 wide receivers, none of who can stay on the field.
Anything else going on that I missed? I'm trying to think. I want to talk about those
I mean,
fights. I wanna talk about
The NHL
draft.
playoffs start soon. That's going to be
Yep.
fun. The NBA playoffs have been great.
Dude, is Philly going to blow this fucking 3-0 lead?
I think so. Did you see Doc Rivers going off on the reporters asking him about that?
I know. Doc Rivers, poor Doc Rivers, the only coach that's given up a 3-1 lead, and they're all going back to that. And I saw him. He's like, look, so-and-so was hurt, and this guy had this, and, but it's – I think if he does, he'll be fired for sure. And I think he becomes the coach of the Lakers. I think he becomes the next Lakers coach. So,
but that's going to be a fun game. That'll start. What time is that? Is that 4:00 today?
Yeah.
So before the drafts, we watch the first half of
like
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good.
Check out that Grayson Murray, Kevin Na story. Check out the Nolan Arenado almost hit by pitch. I don't know, they're on YouTube and shit. So, thank you. Sorry, Huntsville. I'm feeling better, but I'm not great yet. So I had to cancel Huntsville this weekend. I appreciate it. I'll be back soon. But yeah, look, next week we'll be happy talking about our new draft picks, and everyone, I'm sure,
We'll be
will
happy.
be very pleased with what they got. I'm sure there'll be no disgruntled people on the show. No one going crazy. That's all I ask for. Give me calm. Give me peace. Give me simple. Let's not overthink this. Two big guys to protect and rush the quarterback. Please. That's all I ask for.
I trust Bean.
That's
His
today.
track record is pretty damn good at this point, and Buffalo doesn't need a whole lot to be an elite team. They already are one.
Well,
So
I hope you
I
get
feel
week
pretty
one,
good.
too.
But next week it'll be fun because that'll be when we start our fantasy prep. Which sidebar, for Javonte Williams, he was going to be my top pick in the next draft, and they re-signed Melvin Gordon to a 1-year deal. So that just tanked his stock. So he's not going to. People are going to overdraft him, and Melvin Gordon's going to steal half those carries.
You thought he was going to be your first overall pick?
It depending on where I pick. Yeah, Javonte Williams is a beast.
Yeah.
He's going to have when they finally let him carry the ball more. Like they're going to split with Melvin Gordon like they did last year, most likely, unless Gordon gets hurt. But he's probably the most exciting running back that isn't in Indianapolis or Tennessee.
I'm already getting requests, by the way, from Cameo because people are having their drafts. I have a guy that's having a draft in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what you do. You get the draft, then you understand, okay, these players are in this system, and you draft.
Yeah, but how do you even know who the fuck? I mean, what if someone gets traded now?
Then they go to that other team and their value goes up or down. It's just the way it is, Steve.
But soon,
you know where the coaches are, so we know what kind of systems they run. Then the draft happens. So like the Packers, if they don't get Darren Waller, if they don't trade for Debo, whatever wide receiver they pick, like that's going to be the guy that you want to draft with like your 3rd or 4th round pick, because that guy's going to get all the targets from Aaron Rodgers. So you look at it that way, and then you just start making your mock draft board and you start doing some drafts.
It's too fucking soon, dude.
It
Get
is
a
too
life.
soon.
Still
It
playing
is too
baseball.
soon.
The goddamn playoffs are going on.
It is too soon, and 60 of your guys will get hurt, and then you'll have no one on your team, and your whole season will be fucked. But guys do it. I don't do it. We don't draft until like the day before the season starts usually.
I know. I like that. I like having all my cards in front of me, being able to see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, but I did get
if you get hurt the day after, then that's my problem. But
I did get the email from Yahoo to renew the What's the Odds League.
Yeah, I got that too. Yeah. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it, and we're gonna rotate people again, and we'll get Patreon members, and we'll do like a random drawing.
I suppose
so no one's feelings get hurt.
I'll just jerk off. Can I do an audio jerk off? You don't want to hear it. Crying and shit. All right, that's the podcast for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Please tell someone else. We'll let you know how we did next week with our wonderful Christmas draft picks. So until then, go fuck yourselves.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy